Did you know that a heart attack rarely comes without warning? Contrary to what we often see in movies, a heart attack isn't always a sudden, dramatic moment where someone clutches their chest and collapses to the ground. In reality, our body often sends warning signals, sometimes hours or even weeks before the tragedy strikes. These signals can save lives, yours or your loved ones, but only if you recognize them. In today's episode, you'll learn about the symptoms that may signal an impending heart attack. We'll cover the most common signs, like chest pain, as well as the less obvious ones that are often ignored or mistaken for other health issues. Stay with me, because this knowledge could literally save a life. Let's dive in. So what should we be concerned about? What signals might indicate that a heart attack is approaching, sometimes within days or even weeks? Let's start with the most characteristic symptoms, which medicine refers to as prodromal symptoms. These are the warning signs that often resemble the symptoms of an actual heart attack but appear earlier as a form of alert. The first and most typical symptom? Chest pain. This is a signal that absolutely must not be ignored. Research shows that chest pain is a symptom reported by as many as 60% of people who experience a full-blown heart attack within days or weeks. However, it's important to note that this pain can take on various forms, both in terms of its nature and intensity. For instance, 44% of individuals describe it as a pressure or a feeling of heaviness in the chest. It's as if something is literally pressing down on their chest. Interestingly, this pain can also feel like a burning sensation, which is often mistaken for heartburn. These subtle differences are precisely why many people dismiss this warning sign, which can have tragic consequences. It's also important to remember that the warning pain of a heart attack often isn't confined to the chest. It can radiate to the left arm, neck, jaw, back, or even the upper abdomen. I want to draw particular attention to sudden back pain that appears without any clear cause. No injury or physical exertion involved. How long can this pain last? Unfortunately, there's no set rule. It might last just a few minutes, but it could also persist for several hours. That's why I urge you, never ignore back pain, chest pressure, or pain in the surrounding areas. Of course, chest pain doesn't always mean a heart attack. It can have entirely different causes, such as pericarditis or gastroesophageal reflux disease. However, in such situations, it's always better to err on the side of caution. If there's any doubt, don't hesitate. Consult a doctor. It's the doctor who, based on a detailed medical history and appropriate tests, can rule out or confirm more serious health issues. Of course, chest pain and pressure aren't the only symptoms that may signal an impending heart attack. What else should raise concern? One such warning sign is heart palpitations, when the heart beats too fast, irregularly, or too forcefully. A 2023 study found that heart palpitations can precede a heart attack within days or weeks in up to 42% of cases. This is a symptom that should never be ignored. Another alarming sign is shortness of breath, or difficulty catching your breath. It's estimated that shortness of breath occurs before a heart attack in about 34% of cases. Importantly, this symptom can appear not only during physical activity, but also at rest, or even while lying down. I want to strongly emphasize one thing here. Any shortness of breath, regardless of its severity, should be evaluated by a doctor. Even if it's not related to an impending heart attack, it could indicate other serious health issues such as heart failure or lung diseases. Let's move on. So far, we've discussed specific symptoms that must be treated as alarming signals, warnings that your health and even your life could be at risk due to a heart attack. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to the less obvious and therefore often overlooked warning signs of a heart attack. It's these subtle symptoms, rarely associated with heart problems, that can prove to be crucial. The first one is fatigue. I know that in today's world, we all feel tired. It's almost an inseparable part of our lives. But here, we're talking about something different. Unusual, even extreme fatigue that doesn't go away, even after rest, should raise a red flag. Research shows that unusual fatigue is reported by up to 62% of patients who experience a heart attack within days or weeks. Interestingly, Fatigue as a prodromal symptom is much more commonly observed in women and often serves as their primary warning sign of an impending heart attack. So, ladies, it's especially important for you to pay close attention to how you're feeling. If you notice a significant change, particularly extreme fatigue that doesn't go away despite rest, it could be a sign of serious health issues. Don't ignore this warning. Another unusual symptom that may signal an impending heart attack is sleep disturbances. Research shows that around 22% of people overall report such issues, with nearly 50% of cases occurring in women. Of course, sleep problems can have many different causes, ranging from stress and poor sleep hygiene to daily habits. However, if you're maintaining good sleep hygiene, avoiding caffeine in the afternoon and evening, and limiting screen time before bed, yet still struggling to fall asleep, it's a sign that you should consult a doctor. Sleep disturbances can be a warning sign of more serious health issues, including an impending heart attack. A similar situation applies to another warning sign of a heart attack: anxiety. Research shows that around 26% of patients experience anxiety shortly before a heart attack. That's why any sudden, intense, and unexplained anxiety or unease that persists over time should raise concern. It could be a sign that something is wrong with your heart. Let's move on. Another common symptom of an impending heart attack, reported by about 22% of patients, includes nausea, vomiting, or unexplained indigestion. But why does this happen? What does the heart have to do with the stomach? During cardiac ischemia, which occurs just before a heart attack, the heart cells begin to slowly die. As a result, various chemical substances are released into the bloodstream, which activate the vagus nerve located near the heart. This signal is then sent to the back of the brain, where it is mistakenly interpreted as a gastrointestinal issue. As a result, the brain triggers defense mechanisms designed to protect the body from what it perceives as food poisoning, leading to nausea and, in some cases, vomiting. Finally, I'd like to mention one more symptom that can appear weeks before an acute heart attack: swelling in the ankles and legs. Ladies and gentlemen, when the heart is severely deprived of oxygen and cholesterol, calcium, or inflammatory cells accumulate in the arteries, forming atherosclerotic plaques, the heart can no longer pump blood effectively throughout the body. As a result, blood begins to pool in the veins, particularly in the lower extremities. This is why swelling in the ankles and legs is one of the warning signs. It's most often noticeable at the end of the day, especially after prolonged standing or sitting. Everyone, as you can see, the symptoms signaling an impending heart attack can be incredibly diverse. What makes this even more complicated is that one person may experience several prodromal symptoms, such as chest pain or heart palpitations, while another may have only one, less specific symptom, like a sense of anxiety or sudden unexplained fatigue. Unfortunately, there's no set rule here. What's crucial, however, is the awareness that a heart attack, in most cases, doesn't come out of nowhere. The body often sends us warning signals, and many heart attacks could be prevented if people recognized and responded to these signs early enough. That's why I strongly encourage you to be more mindful. Pay attention to the signals your body is sending and stay in tune with how you feel. Also, remember the importance of regular preventive checkups, which can help detect issues early and allow for appropriate treatment before it's too late. That's all for today. Thank you for being here and taking the time to explore this important topic with me. If you enjoyed this episode and think it could be helpful to others, I encourage you to share it on your social media. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, write a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This way, you won't miss any future episodes, and I'll be able to create even more valuable content for you. As always, I hope to see you in the next episode. Take care and stay healthy.